everyone, it's Catherine here from Inky Fingered Cat. Firstly, Happy New Year. So back with some card making, and I made this just a week or so ago, just before Christmas, and on the first of every month on my blog, I've always done pattern paper. So the whole point is to use up your pattern paper. And this year I've decided I'm going to work my way through that pouch of magazine papers that I have cut up many years ago to fit in a pouch in different sizes. There's like a pouch of card toppers, there's a pouch of the papers. I've decided that's what I'm going to use up for this year. So that's going to be my 2025 challenge, is if I don't use it up, I want to make a really, really good dent in it. I decided to choose 2 card toppers that I've already got like the words happy birthday on them and this sort of like dotty party type paper. And I just chose the coordinating papers and started layering them up really. The good thing about this is there's very little thought. So these are the super easy, super quick type cards to make. And I thought, as I was going to be doing something so simple, I might video it. I haven't actually recorded a video in a while, so yeah, it's been a while. So you'll see that it sort of all scooched over and disappeared off to the side, and that's because I went and had my tea. And when I came back, I've probably put the camera in the wrong place, etc. But there you go. And my ATG got in a right old wobble, so I had to go and sort that out in the middle of it all. I have just chosen some pink cardstock to mat and layer this one. And then I've gone to my pouch of ready coloured digital stamps that have already been coloured in and cut out. And I've just chosen this fun, I think it's a Bugaboo Stamps image. I've had it for donkey's years. I think it's called Shopping or something along those lines anyway. And I'm just changing up the colours on a few bits and pieces so that it coordinates slightly better with the papers. So even though it was already coloured, I think I coloured it possibly about 4 years ago, I'm finally getting around to using it, and I just decided to just add in that little bit of additional colour that just ties in a little bit better with the actual papers I've used. So at this point, I'm umming and ahhing over what to do, and I decided to just keep it really simple. I was umming and ahhing about using some dies, and I decided, no, I'm just going to put a little banner in the corner. Keep it simple. Because it's quite heavily pattern paper, it doesn't need much. It's almost like quite a simple, fun, joyful card. Didn't really work well with any other kind of images or anything like that. So just going to keep it really simple. So I have cut I think it was a 1-inch piece. Might have been 3/4 inch actually, I can't remember. And then used my punch to just punch it off so it's got a banner edge. And then I just trimmed the edges just slightly to make it fit this lovely 6x6 card blank. And now I'm using some card candy to add to the banner, just to in similar colours again to what's in the paper, just to echo those dots. Now that's card number 1. I'm going to do card number 2, and it's going to be very similar because I've used similar papers, I've used a similar card topper, and I'm going to use exactly the same image, just coloured differently. So you'll see that I'm just umming and ahhing again about what to do, but I haven't quite got a 6x6 panel, so I'm just cutting a 6x6 panel. Well, actually, I think I did it at 14 centimetres by 14 centimetres, and then I'm just going to cut this bit down so that it sits nicely on that card panel. So it has got more of a cardstock background, this one. I'm matte and layering this one with some black, just to bring that in a little bit more. And then this time the card topper I decided to trim down so it's smaller. I just didn't want it covering as much of the base. But again, I gave it a little mat of the black and stuck that down. Oh, sorry, I didn't stick it down. I then decided on my image, and again, I brought in the colours just to change it up because it was a bit pastel coloured originally. So I've brought in some brighter pink. I'll bring in that blue again. in a few elements, and I think I brought in some orange as well. I didn't have a Stampin' Blend in that colour, so I just used a Stampin' Write marker, but it was only on a tiny section, so it's not like it, I mean, I wasn't doing ink colour blending anyway. And then I quite like them a little bit wonky. Just makes it a bit different, doesn't it? If you just decide, oh, I'm going to put it on a little bit of a wonk. And again, I kept bringing back the card blank just to see what I felt and whether I needed anything else. And decided no, that would do. So stuck that onto my card blank. And now I'm just deciding on a banner for this one. So I go for a slightly thinner banner. I think this was the one that was 3/4. I think the original one was 1 inch. And then I have just punched it and added that. And then this one, because it's a bit shorter, it's just got the 2 little card candies, one in the blue and one in the white. So that's the fronts of my cards. Pretty much done, not totally done because I do add something. But inside the card, I just used these little strips of the leftover of the black spot and punched it and then cut it in half so that I could have 2 little banners on the insides. And then I do exactly the same with a little strip of the pink, just a really thin, tiny little banner. And I just add those on the inside just for a bit of fun. But then I decide, I want to do something else. And I was going to put in some sort of glossy accents over where it says happy birthday, but I just didn't trust myself to get it right. So instead I've brought in the clear glitter glue from Kingston Crafts, and I'm just adding dots of that to the centre of those sort of like starburst elements in that card topper. And that's me done. So starting the new year, simple, easy, using up old stash. That's going to be my plan for the first of the month. Whether I'll film them all, I don't know. We'll see how I get on. But I hope you enjoyed that. Always fun to go and revisit old stash. These are, goodness knows how long I've had them in the stash. I have no idea. But I hope you enjoyed that. Please do give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to see more. No idea what the plan is for 2025 really, but I hope you'll join me. Until next time, bye-bye.